I'm having a good day. We're having a good day. Everybody's so happy today. Everything's great. Let's bring in the next call. Let's bring in Dude Bro. Welcome to the show. You got any ideas about how to solve this whole world hunger problem?
First of all, I thank you for inviting me on.
Oh, no problem, sir. No problem. Hey, well, can I ask you a question? Are you having a wonderful day? Is it not a glorious, wonderful day?
It was until I heard of your stream conversation. Nothing on you, sir.
Okay.
But I believe that world hunger does not exist. It is an imagination created by the government to keep us all fat and complacent.
Have you seen? No. I'm not going to call you stupid. I'm not going to call you a moron. But have you not seen pictures of hungry children on TV? You know those commercials. No, hold on a second. I know you've seen those commercials. The commercials of the very well-fed, gray-haired man who's obviously got food to spare, who's standing around next to a bunch of brown, starving children. Now that's what makes me disgusted, dude, bro. Because this is what I'm talking about when I talk about charities. Okay, you got this fat guy who could easily throw half of his food in the trash to show people what happens. All right, he's part of the problem. He is part of the problem. Okay. He's the person who's basically eating all the extra food. And this fat guy, this fat Santa Claus looking guy, is standing around all these starving kids. Okay, I know you've seen those commercials, dude, bro, and those kids are hungry.
I have, but those children are also actors. They're not actually. They're getting paid for that commercial.
So you're saying that we've got a problem with Hollywood, where Hollywood is starving children for commercials?
No, because those little children got paid. It's the government, and Trump's gonna fix all that shit. I tell you that.
So okay, let's entertain this guy for a second.
So he's gonna give all those little kiddies monies. I don't even think there is world hunger. I think all they're done in a Hollywood studio, just like the moon landings.
Let's just give this guy a little bit. You know what? Let's have some fun and entertain this guy. How about it? You know, everybody's kind of like, nudging their friends right now because
which guy are we talking about?
Which guy we're talking about? We're talking about you, buddy. Let me tell you something. All right,
I like to be entertained.
Let's hear what Donald Trump's going to do about world hunger.
Okay.
That apparently doesn't exist, so I don't know how he's going to do anything about it. But okay.
That's why he's going to tell everybody. He's going to show us all the secret places they film all their things.
Yeah.
And then that's how we're going to find out.
He's going to show everybody all the, he's going to bring Kubrick back to life and make him explain how he filmed the moon landing, right? Is that how it's going to happen?
Maybe we have the technology. I do not know, sir. I'm not one of those scientific people. But what I do know is that he knows stuff that we don't, and he's going to use that emergency broadcast television and show us all. He's going to walk around and say, doesn't this look like the moon? Isn't that strange? You know what I'm saying?
Can I tell you something, sir? Why don't you this is what I say to all of you people, all of you skeptics out there. Why don't you take a plane? Hold on a second. Why don't you take a plane to Liverpool and take a look at those dirt-covered children, those starving, dirt-covered, swimming in shit? Why don't you take a look at those children, look at them in the eyes and say that it's a conspiracy?
I will. One moment, sir. Can I just pause you for a second? Thank you. Luann, get those bitchin' kids out of this fucking room. I'm on the Twitch. That's right. Sorry, that was my wife and my nieces and nephews.
This is the problem. Honestly, I'm not even going to be angry at you because this is actually a part of the problem. All right, people like you, undereducated. This is a failure of the United States government not providing you with the education you so desperately deserve.
I don't have a problem, sir. I'm well fed. I got my own farm, and that's why world hunger isn't an issue, man. World hunger is good. There's no such thing.
World hunger is good. Why don't you listen to yourself?
Well, it's good because it doesn't exist, sir.
It's good because it doesn't exist, dude. I'm telling you, just take a plane. Take a plane to Liverpool. Look at those dirty, shit-smeared children. Because I'll tell you what, they're calling into this show every day. Those children are calling into this show every day, and they're begging for food. That's what they're doing. They're calling in here. They're saying, Mr. Chatson, could you spare me half of your peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And I say, no, I'm throwing it in the garbage to help you.
Sir, can I ask you a question, please? How are they calling in begging for food? Are they spending all their food money on buying the internets?
Oh boy, how many times have I had this conversation? The internet should be the internet.
Are you a liberal, sir? You sound like a liberal.
Am I a liberal? I'm a realist, okay? And let me tell you something. The internet could be considered internet should be considered a commodity. Let me just
Who ran for that party? Speaking of running, Mr. Hussein Bolt or whatever the hell his name is runs pretty fast. How would he be able to run so fast if he had
I like how you highlighted that his name was Hussein. Are you Islamophobic?
What?
Way to highlight the Hussein in his name.
I'm not a phobic of any kind, sir. I likes all the people.
Oh, you like everybody except starving kids. Except starving kids, isn't that right? Those are the only people you don't like.
No child should go hungry, sir. We can agree, but there is also no world hunger.
But there's no hungry kids. Nobody's hungry. No, everything's flowers and rainbows.
Not on the scale, but the television channels are sharing with us. They're lying, just like the Oscars.
Okay, could I turn the volume down a little bit? We've got a young man here named the Shift Pool in the comments. It says, Chatson, you have made me very upset. I am from Liverpool myself, and we are not like that. Listen, son, you're hungry. You are hungry.
They're not starving. He's fine.
You are hurting your neighborhood. Okay, let me tell you something like that. Don't be an Uncle Tom, because you are actually hurting. No. The people who are saying this stuff about Liverpool are actually hurting.
First of all, sir, I'm not black, and I'm
not talking.
Me, so
I'm talking about this. Listen, Listen, I know that he's not. I'm saying as far as Liverpool goes, okay, he's the guy who's basically saying, wow, we're so happy to have the United Kingdom government taking care of us, when they're really not. So he's a shill is basically what I'm saying. But listen.
But have you talked to anybody else from Liverpool that says we are starving?
They are extremely undereducated. I've talked to so many people from Liverpool, and they can barely.
I think that was very mean, and you should take back.
It's not mean. It's not mean.
You just called them uneducated, sir.
They have been uneducated because they've been failed by their government, okay? They are very, very poor off. They will not have fulfilling lives because their government has abandoned them. That's the problem.
I understand that. That's why I homeschool my kids.
Oh, I bet he's got such a better education being homeschooled by Appalachian Jim.
They need to know.
Yeah, okay.
How many schools teach you how to milk a cow? Okay, that's a skill that comes in handy on a farm, bro.
Let me tell you something. Technology is going to get to a point in the future where artificial intelligence gets to the point where we're able to actually.
Not in my house, sir.
No.
I'm not having none of those rickety robots in my house.
Okay, well, you can ignore everything then. You can just ignore the rest of the world. Don't worry about it.
I bought one of those Amazon Alexas, asked her to
Mm-hmm.
put on some Willie Nelson, and she put on some future type shit, and I said, I'm not having any of that in my house.
Let me tell you something. Probably because your accent is so muddled that she couldn't understand you.
How can you not understand Willie Nelson, sir? How can you not
coming out of your country ass mouth, you fucking racist.
How dare you,
racist
sir,
ass.
I have been nothing but polite to you, sir.
Okay, let me tell you something.
You have not just rebutted me, sir. See, I know the big words like you do too. You have been extremely unethical and all mean to me.
Oh, I've been unethical. Oh, right.
That's right, sir. I know the words. I can match your little liberal sensibilities, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm the liberal. Hey, let me tell you something about me, buddy, because you obviously have never listened to any of my talks. All right, I'm trying to get onto TED.
Sir. No,
let me tell you something.
This is my first time. Happy to call.
Okay, well, happy to call, but let me tell you something. I'm a centrist. Okay. Do you know what a centrist is? Do you have any idea?
Is that like the middle of a circle type deal?
I don't follow political leanings. I'm actually in the middle, and I looked at things objectively for the way that they actually are. And what I was trying to say to you before you rudely interrupted me is that artificial intelligence will eventually get to the point where we'll be able to communicate with animals, and then you'll feel pretty bad about squeezing on that cow's tits.
I do not squeeze on the tits of the cow. I gently molest the udders to produce milk.
Oh, gently molest. That makes it sound so much nicer.
Well, I do not pull on the cow's titties, as you say, sir. You obviously have never been a farmhand in your life.
No, I haven't, and I'm actually, this might sound odd to you and your ilk, but I'm actually proud of it.
You sound like the type of man that would stand and burn the U.S. flag just to fit in with the cool kids and your you're half liberal, half whatever.
I would burn the United States. I would burn the United States flag to represent freedom. And if the police came and stopped me, then I think we would all understand how unfree our country is.
That already represents your freedom, sir. People died for our country.
Let me tell you something that I learned a long time ago, buddy, and maybe you could learn it too. The United States flag doesn't mean it's not worth a dime. It's not. It's not worth the dime that the capitalists printed it on, because that cloth, what is it worth? Like a dime, and they sell it for $10 because we're in late stage capitalism.
No price is too high for the flag of American freedom.
Let me tell you something, though. Okay? It's not worth the dime of material that it's printed on unless you can burn it.
Maybe not, but that material is printed on by people creating jobs like Mr. President Trump said he was going to do, not like crooked Hillary, okay?
Okay,
now,
listen.
we can both agree on that because you are a sensual man, as you say.
I'm a centrist, but let me tell you something, okay? Like, I'm not going to get into the whole Hillary Trump thing because it's been done, all right? And we won. All right, you guys lost.
That's right, we did.
Listen, okay, as you probably...
I'm afraid you're mistaken, sir. I voted for Mr. Trump, and I believe, correct me if I am wrong, but I believe he is sitting in the highest office in the land.
Oh, you think he's sitting in the highest office in the land? Do you really think that America's doing better than China right now, a communist country that's been doing a lot better?
America is the greatest God-given country on this earth, sir. And you can believe that.
Okay. Yeah, America's the greatest country on earth, except for the fact that all of the people who are doing all the work live in China, and America's full of unskilled laborers. So eventually Americans will be crossing the border to China.
This is where we have come full circle, sir.
Okay,
we have given some of the work over to the Chinese and other countries to solve this so-called world hunger you speak of. That's why it no longer exists. I never said
it doesn't exist anymore.
It never did exist. I said it exists no longer. Because we provide the work to pay these people so they can...
Let me tell you something. The people in China are actually a part of the world hunger problem because they are hungry because of our capitalist system.
I believe that is racist, sir. You should not say that.
No. You're not going to call me a racist, sir. Okay.
But you just said the Chinese were the problem.
No. I'm saying the capitalists are the problem. If you would listen to me, if you would actually listen to me and hear what I'm saying, I would say it would be the capitalists that are the problem. Oh my God, would you not talk over me for 5 seconds? You're just like Tucker Carlson. You're just like Tucker Carlson. The Jesus Christ of the Republican Party. Tucker Carlson is in the interview room today, apparently. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Oh, that shut him up. We caught him.
Could you repeat that, sir? I didn't quite hear you.
I didn't say... Okay, I did not say that the Chinese were the problem. I said that the American capitalists... I did not. The American capitalists are the problem that are sending... They're basically saying, hey, we can get a cheap dollar off of the poor Chinese. We can make them build all of our iPhones. Could you not...
a fellow resident of the U.S. of A. shitting on your own people? I don't understand.
I'm not shitting on my people.
Are you a communist, sir? Are you
Am I a communist? Well, hey, who's doing better right now? Is it the capitalists or the communists?
We are, sir.
All of the capitalist money is going over to China.
We got the biggest army. We got the biggest guns. We are the greatest country on this God-given earth, sir.
Wow. Why don't you go to sleep and wake back up in 1935? Because obviously you're dreaming.
Then I could see my great-great-granddaddy and say, thank you for having the 6th time with my great-great-grandmother. I appreciate being alive in this country.
Would you think I would go back and I would say, hey, you know what? Don't fuck that woman because you're going to produce some awful, evil, terrible...
Sir, I'm not into the scientist specifics, but I have seen Back to the Future.
Oh, you've seen Back to the Future. You know what you're talking about.
Then the scientists say that you would disappear, so you would not be able to come back.
Wouldn't be able to come back, huh? Let me tell you something about the fourth dimension, could I? Because when you actually go back in time and you change something, you split off into a divergent dimension that already existed because the fourth dimension is an object. You don't understand what you're talking about.
God-given earth.
You don't understand what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You never know what you're talking about. Could you...
Freedom is being able to go to Walmart and get myself a brand new gun, take it home to my kids, and say, "Hey, we're going to set up some targets."
Okay, that's where I'm going to have to stop you, because you give your children firearms and you think that you're a good parent.
I bought my little girl, Susie Jean.
Yeah.
I bought her a little pink one.
Oh, you bought her a little pink gun, did you? Yeah.
I sent it to some place on the interwebs, and you could have the handle like engraved with her name.
You people have become. I'm going to say this. You people have become extremely bold lately, especially.
I have a full head of hair, sir. Yeah, see? That shut you up. That's right. I know.
Well, then obviously you don't understand that a mixture of testosterone and stress causes male pattern baldness. So obviously I'm a very, very strong testosterone built man who has a lot of stress dealing with real world problems. So you probably got a full head of hair because you've got a bunch of estrogen.
Deal with real world problems.
You probably got a bunch of
estrogen.
When
there's a rainstorm, I have to protect my crops. Otherwise, I will not make no money.
Hey, hold on. The real irony behind this is all of you people who act like you're a bunch of machos dudes have really low T counts. That's what I find really funny. You're all a bunch of fucking little bitches. Let me tell you something. You voted for Trump? Well, let me tell you something about that, okay? Can I tell you something about it?
That's right, I voted for
He's not my president. I moved to the UK to get the fuck away from that clown.
Oh, so you're a traitor too, sir.
I'm an expatriate, yeah, but you know what? Let me tell you something. I served the United States military.
You were never a patriot, sir.
Oh, I was never a patriot, okay? Well, I was completely fine. I was happy. I was happy to join the United States military under President Barack Obama, but I was not happy. I was not happy having served after Trump became president.
Yeah. Why, sir? He was democratically elected.
What's up, honey?
I'm going to bed.
Going to bed.
Good night, miss.
Don't you talk to my wife. My wife doesn't want to hear anything from you. Oh, you just said good night. Don't ever speak about my wife again.
Good night.
Don't tell him good night. Don't tell him good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, my God.
You married a nice woman. The same cannot be said for her.
Yeah, I married a nice woman, huh? Yes, nice woman.
Hey, married a nice woman. I'm from West Virginia.
Are you okay? Would you like me to call somebody, sir?
Oh, you'd like me to call? That's a clever joke. I've never heard that before. That's pretty funny.
I was being serious, sir.
Oh,
I'm
you're being
actually
serious.
afraid for your mental well-being.
You're being serious. Let me tell you something.
Yourself,
it's people like you that have destroyed the American dream. Actually, you say you want to go back to the American dream. Your people have destroyed it.
The American dream never went away, sir.
Oh, it never went away.
It
went far away.
Obama might have made it fade, but it has only come back stronger. We made America great again by voting for the greatest president we ever had.
Can we just stop for Obama fucked up the American dream? Obama trying to create jobs?
You said when you were in the military and Obama was president, you were dissatisfied.
Do you have any idea? So you'd just be happy if we were in the Middle Ages still. You don't want anything to change. You don't want nothing to change. Let's go back to the old days when we didn't have the internet. We didn't. Okay, we had to fucking pull the milk out of cow tits. Let me tell you something.
I got plows and things for my fields. If we were in the medieval times, I probably would have had to hire some people to do that for me.
Oh, you probably would have had to hire some people, wouldn't you? I bet your family's hired a lot of people that way. I bet your family's hired a lot of... I bet if you go far enough into your past, your family's hired some people who weren't getting paid.
Every summer, I hire this young boy, Jimmy McCree. He's from down the road. He comes and helps me do all the things on the farm.
Yeah.
That's right, sir.
You know what I find funny is that your great-grandparents basically stole black people, made them slaves, and then now you won't even hire them because you refuse to pay them something. Why is that?
I've got nothing wrong with the black people, sir.
Oh, you've got nothing wrong with them?
The only thing I have wrong with the black people is whenever they're rioting in the streets and smashing the windows and things like that.
Do you have any idea why they're doing that, buddy? Any idea?
The obvious answer, I believe, is because they're
because of low down, no good, country bumpkin,
primeval memory in their brain, and that's all animalistic.
You want to know why? Because people like you kick them out of...
I have done nothing to a Negro man, sir.
Oh, I'm sure you haven't done nothing. You haven't done nothing. Maybe just looking out your window, peeking through the blinds, call the police. Maybe when some black kids are playing airsoft on their own property. Yeah.
If I look out of my window, I probably wouldn't. I've got a big road coming to my land. I probably would not see any of them.
Oh, you
Unless they're
probably
specifically coming to knock
wouldn't,
on
because
my
I
door.
think that you would remember if you did. And as a matter of fact, just based on your answer, I think that's probably happened before.
There's this black girl at my local store called Michelle, and she is very nice to me. And I appreciate that, and I'm very nice to her in return.
Well,
sir.
if she knew your political views, she might not want to be such good friends.
I do not know what you're trying to insinuate, sir.
I'm trying to say that you voted for
racism boys.
I'm trying to say that you voted for somebody. Okay.
I did. I voted.
You voted for somebody.
My democratic right.
So what is it exactly that Obama did that you want to rewrite? Could we just get to that?
That damn Obamacare. He's taking my money to help people.
Oh yeah,
to help people I never met.
To help people not die in the streets, right?
Nobody was dying in the streets, sir.
Nobody was. Nobody has ever died in the streets. Homeless people didn't die in the streets with their
never
legs covered in maggots.
I have never drove down my local street and seen a dead body
Oh,
on
since
the
you
side
haven't
road.
seen it, it doesn't exist. Is that right?
That's right, sir.
That's
not
right.
near me, not near none of mine, okay?
Well, let me tell you something. We're obviously not going to find a middle ground here, but thank you for calling in.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me. God.
We're not going to thank him, and we're not going to let him bless God in this show.
A few moments later.
Let's bring in the next caller. We've got It's Alto calling, and welcome to the show.
Hello,
Are
man,
you
like-
having a good day?
Yeah, man, like, I've just found out that this girl I was with wasn't pregnant, and I was fucking well happy about that, like.
What do you mean? Well, what do you mean weren't pregnant?
She's not up the duff. She, like, her period stops, and then she started again today, like, after 2 months. It was magic.
Okay. So she's not
So
pregnant.
I'm not going to be a dad, like, that's going to save me loads of money.
We're talking about world hunger today, sir. What does that have to do with world hunger?
I don't know. You just asked me how my day was going. Like,
No, actually, you know what? I do know how that has to do with world hunger, because I'm glad that there's not going to be another child in the world that needs to be fed.
Well,
So
no,
good,
I
you're doing
feed
your
it,
part.
like,
No,
I
yeah.
know
Hey,
how
why
to-
don't you?
I know
Hey,
how to feed people.
hey, why don't you wrap it up from now on, huh?
What do you mean wrap it up? Like, you want me to
I
wrap-
mean, we've already got enough kids in the world that are hungry. Why don't you take responsibility and not have any more?
Oh, you want me to put a Johnny on?
Yeah.
Like, is that what you say?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but it don't feel as good, like.
That's not. Hey,
I
listen.
can get the tip in, and that feels all right. But then, like, the rest of the inches, it ain't too good. So
Have you heard the rest of the show today? We're talking about world hunger. Does that not bother you at all?
you keep asking me like other questions, so I'm answering them.
Does that not bother you that there are hungry children in the world?
Yeah, it does, because like you can go down, you can go to like, Iceland. There's like a shop down the road. You can get like 20 sausage rolls for £1, and it's like, why don't we just send them then? Send them 20 sausage rolls.
Because I don't think you understand. 20 sausage rolls would only feed 20 people. We need the government to send food. We need the government to take those sausage rolls and all of the extra sausage rolls that people can afford and send them to countries where they're hungry. So the only way to combat it right now, hold on a second, sir. The only way to combat it right.
Easy, mate. Easy. I haven't started.
Okay, listen to me. Why don't you listen to me if you're going to call it my show? That's right. It's my show, not your show. Mine.
I'll make it mine if I fucking want it, like.
All right. Well, thanks
I'm
for
good at
calling.
stealing
Not
things.
thanks for calling. Okay. What I was saying was.